FanDuel. As the weather gets colder, NFL offers stay red hot on FanDuel. And right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. So if you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action than right now. The app is easy to use, and there's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and much, much more. So visit FanDuel.com/UCSS to kick off the NFL season. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS. FanDuel, an official partner of the NFL, an official partner of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Very good. Never mind. Don't. I just. Never mind.
You just tried to call me, Jay.
I was going to text
right
you,
here.
but I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this top 10 draft. I'm curious to see how many Browns and how many Jags end up on this.
And I did not. Sometimes I ask you guys for your answers ahead of time.
Yeah.
I did not because I want to be surprised because I made my own list, and I'm very curious to see how many we have.
It's interesting. Like, is Trevor Lawrence available or not?
And
According to
that's
my
the-
He is,
list,
but you
he's
got to
not.
factor in the injury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's part of it.
Yeah, I just.
So
I didn't-
ground rules be clear, just so everyone who's watching knows.
Yeah.
These are the 10 best players, the 10 guys who will be best on Sunday. So you have to take injuries into consideration. If they're not playing, they're not eligible. It's the 10 best guys on Sunday. Injuries matter. Positional value does not.
Who's
So
the
with
number
that-
one pick?
It's tough because Miles is not.
Miles is
right.
hurt.
I'm
Lawrence is hurt.
Josh Allen of the Jaguars.
I've got him at number one.
Is a great defensive lineman.
I have him as my number one pick.
He's a possibility.
I had actually Denzel Ward.
Denzel
Did you?
Ward's
I
a
had Denzel
possibility.
Ward number two.
I had Denzel because Miles. We joked earlier that Miles would be the number one pick every week.
Right.
When
Well,
we
not
do
now.
this.
And
With
2
the
weeks
shoulder.
later.
Well,
Yeah.
if Trevor Lawrence were completely healthy, he'd be probably one.
He'll be up there.
Y'all crazy. Myles Garrett's still number one. If he got a jersey on,
So we got a problem then.
I'm the tiebreaker.
he can jump
Well,
out
no,
and
there's
get
not a
3
tie.
sacks at any time.
John, we both
I'll
have
go with
Allen.
Josh Allen.
And I did too. And I had Denzel at number two. Any disagreement there?
But then,
I know you're still saying Miles.
So here's the thing: if Denzel Ward just came off injury, does that not mean that he's
But
injured?
no, it means that he's healthy and rested for the last couple of weeks, where Miles is still trying to fight through it. That's how I'm looking at
Miles
it.
That's
is
how I
dealing
look
with a
at it,
shoulder
too.
injury as a defensive lineman. We just saw him last week be completely ineffective.
That's why I couldn't put him in the top five.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, I had him. I would put him with right there. I'd have him at 3. If
I
we're
mean,
going,
it was hard for me to forget the fact that he didn't show up in the box score.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Denzel Ward second either because he's coming off injury and
So
I'm
who
not
do you
sure
have?
where he is. I would put Calvin Ridley number 2 for me.
See, I had him in my top five, but not number two. So we've got
I got
all,
him.
we got four.
We're all
different
over the
guys.
place. Kinda
We got
figured this
four
is how it
different
might
guys
go.
at number two.
Who's your 2?
Denzel. He was my number 1.
Oh,
I
no,
think
no,
Denzel-
Denzel's
you
my
guys
number
both
two.
got
too.
Denzel is
too.
number 2.
So that's the way it goes. Josh Allen, Denzel Ward.
So
all right,
one
number
for
3.
each, 2 defensive players off the board first.
Yeah.
I'll go Calvin Ridley again 3.
I'd say Miles at this point.
Yeah, Myles Garrett at this point.
Yeah.
He's hurt, but he can still explode at any time.
I had Calvin Ridley. Again, it's not.
You guys got to break the
I
tie.
have,
2-2
to, I have to
split.
take into account that what the Miles I saw last week is not going to be a top 10 player in Sunday's game.
But he also,
But-
I mean,
but
that's
he could
another
be
week
better.
of
I mean,
rest. And I
yeah.
think I've been gone all week. I haven't been in Berea at all. But didn't he say, now again, could be covering him for himself. He thought they had a great scheme on him. It wasn't the shoulder that was bothering him. They just did a great job.
And he said it wasn't bothering him.
yeah.
So if we
And
take
with
that,
another week of rest, he could be feeling better.
So you want to break the tie?
We did. It's funny. I actually had these 3 guys in a slightly different order, but I had Myles Garrett 3rd.
Okay,
So Myles
so
Garrett's
there-
going to be 3, and that makes Calvin Ridley 4 because he had 2 third-round picks.
And I
he
would
was
have
my
him
4th
there.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Calvin Ridley 4.
So at
through
number
4
5
picks,
is where it got really interesting
yeah.
for
So
me.
through 4 real quick, we have 2 each. Josh Allen, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, Calvin Ridley.
I like
1 through
Evan
4.
Engram at 5.
I call him, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I like Olajuwon. I like
The linebacker?
Oh, they're
Like
linebacker.
Hakeem
Yes.
Dream. He get you 14 tackles a week.
Yeah, I got Wyatt Teller at 5.
I got Trevor Lawrence because I think he's playing.
Oh.
So I'll put Lawrence at 5.
So that's 4 different
Four
picks.
different guys at
Yeah.
number 5.
I don't think it's close. It's Wyatt Teller easy, no?
I have Wyatt Teller in
None
my
of those
top
guys-
10, but not as number 5.
Trevor Lawrence is injured.
I actually
care.
had Joe Bitonio ahead of Wyatt Teller.
Well, I actually think, and G, I'm glad you brought him up because if you guys didn't, I was going to crush you guys. Foyesade Olukun
Yeah, that's it.
has led the league in tackles 3 seasons in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in tackles this year. Grades out very high on PFF.
Olajuwon.
I don't watch enough of the Jaguars
I
up
don't
close
either,
first to know
but I
how
know his
good
stats.
he is. But based off the numbers, this
Put
dude-
him in there.
He had 192 tackles in
That's crazy.
2021.
It's nuts.
184
It's Chris
tackles
Spielman
last
like.
season.
It's crazy.
131 tackles through 13. He's on pace for 201 tackles. I had him at number 5, but
Put him in there.
All right, so
I
that's
have
5.
no problem with that. So then where do we go at 6? We haven't mentioned Joe Flacco.
I got Wyatt Teller at 6.
It looks like Amari Cooper's going to play. He's practicing today.
Oh, he is. Oh, that's good news.
that is big.
That's really big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Now catch
and that
the
would
ball.
that would change something for me.
I mean, he's the
I have, by
tweet
the
I
way-
saw is he's at practice today. Whether that means he's been cleared from protocol, we saw DTR out there and he hadn't been cleared yet.
Right. I have Travis Etienne as number 6.
I got
too.
Teller.
You have him at 6 as
I
well?
got Etienne at
Yeah.
6.
You guys are out of your minds.
I'm still going with Trevor Lawrence.
There's no way Travis Etienne's a better running back than Wyatt Teller is a guard.
Well,
no
we
chance.
got him in there at number 6.
No chance, Mike.
2 votes. Well,
There's
yeah,
zero
it
chance.
He wins
outrules.
at number 6.
They're wrong. But
Again,
it's all right.
I'm interested. So, Jay, I want your take on it because we clearly grade the run and the run game differently. The fact that he is below 4 yards a carry doesn't deter me at all, particularly when he's 5th in the league or 6th in the league in rushing yards and 7th in touchdowns. I don't think that's not being efficient. I think they're happy with his production.
he is the definition of not efficient.
No, he's got
No,
700.
that's a fact. If you look at efficiency numbers, he's near the bottom.
What's the most efficient play you can have in touchdown? Or what's the most efficient play you can have in football? Isn't it a
So
touchdown?
does that mean Kareem Hunt is extremely efficient?
Yes.
Because all he does is score touchdowns?
Yes, because
Not as
he does
no,
what
not at all.
we need him to do.
This is a silly debate, so pick whoever you want. Go ahead.
Well, it's already been settled.
What if you just don't like efficiency? What if that ain't your thing?
Okay.
Yeah, hey, and picks don't have to be your thing if you're a good cornerback.
What if I like my gas guzzler Tahoe over the electric car?
That's exactly right.
You know what?
It gets you where you need to go when you need to
Yeah.
go.
All right, so Etienne is 6.
Yeah, who's 7?
I had Teller 7 for me.
Teller-
I have Batonio
Teller.
7, Teller 8.
I think
Teller's been better than
I
Batonio.
think Taylor is playing better than Batonio.
Yeah.
It looked kind of bad last week because it was Aaron Donald, and everybody looked bad against Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
But I think Taylor has had a better season than
Is it
Batonio.
Wyatt Teller? Then it's Wyatt Teller, I think. 'cause you
Wyatt
guys-
Teller.
I'm
is
just going to
7.
keep saying Trevor Lawrence. I can't believe he's not up there.
Well, see, you're the only one that thinks he's going to play.
I don't think he'll play.
And
All
so
right.
based on that, I just couldn't put him in there.
Now, if he do
the best
play,
part of ability is
Yep.
availability.
All right, 8.
Trevor
I'll
Lawrence.
go with Trevor Lawrence.
All right,
I'll go with Trevor
we're gonna
Lawrence.
put it.
So you do think he's going to be on the field?
No, but if he is.
No, you can't put him out there if he's not going to be
Hey,
on the field.
I mean, leave him
but
off.
there's
If
a
you don't
small
think-
chance- I think he's
there's a
gonna
small
play.
chance,
I think
right?
there's a small chance he plays.
You know
off
what
of
happened?
him.
Monday, Jay comes in here with his chest puffed out when Trevor Lawrence plays, throws for 300 yards.
No, I wouldn't
And
do
is the
that.
X factor in the game. Well,
I
you're the
wouldn't do
only
that.
one that
That's
thinks
right.
that's going to happen.
Put him 8.
Or that he's going to
I
play.
think he's
voting
gonna
him
play.
8. I'm voting him 8.
Okay, so he's going to
So
play.
9.
Bull
For 8.
now has Trevor Lawrence as playing
He
on
may
Sunday.
play. 9.
Okay.
I mean,
So
Amari
with Trevor
Cooper's
Lawrence
not up
at 8,
there,
we have
right?
2 more spots to recap. The 6 through 7 and 8, we have Etienne, Teller, and Lawrence. And going 1 through 5 real quick, and if you want to live cut that, we took Josh Allen first, Denzel Ward second, Myles Garrett third, Calvin Ridley fourth.
I'm going with A-Rod at 9,
And
Mike.
A-Rod, love it. Great
No,
throwback.
I'm kidding.
a couple
Dustin
weeks ago.
Hopkins at 9.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna get mad at me,
Yeah.
but I got Elijah Moore.
No.
And the reason why
He's got a connection with Flacco.
Flacco seems to when he played with him with the Jets. This is the most effective I've seen Elijah Moore in his life. Like he caught a great deep ball on the sideline, got in bounds. They do a play action, a deep comeback over the middle. He was
But
more
efficiency, he only caught 4 of his
not
12
efficient.
targets.
Not efficient
Not
at all.
efficient.
Hey, you know what?
Not an electric vehicle.
But the thing is, it's the targets. Like if especially if Amari Cooper's not playing.
well, how is Joe Flacco not on the list, guys?
Because he's not one of the 10 best players in this game.
I mean, he's playing. I
No,
think it's a much higher likelihood he plays than.
I would have.
I mean,
Joe,
Jimmy
sure.
Donovan yesterday said there's no drama here.
I mean, it's higher likelihood that Flacco plays over Lawrence. Yes, absolutely.
He
But
also
Lawrence is
said
still a better
Joe
quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence isn't playing either. Now I don't know where he gets that,
Yeah.
but he probably the same place I do. He saw what I saw.
And maybe, it wouldn't be the first time.
So Joe Flacco,
So-
even though it's more likely that he plays, can't make the list, but he's more
Not
likely
for
to
me.
play than Trevor Lawrence.
Again, he played well above our expectations last week. No question. It was a really low bar we had set. If you look at that, that was not elite NFL quarterback play. It was just better than anything we've seen all
Which
year.
looks elite now.
No.
23
no.
44 in a
Deshaun
game.
Watson's game against Tennessee was better.
Yeah,
It was better,
Yeah,
but-
it was.
but-
But I'm just saying in
Yeah.
totality.
You're focusing in on the low completion percentage.
No, I'm also looking
I
at
can't
the-
erase the 5 drops.
I'm
I mean,
also
that
looking
jumps
at the
in.
game-crippling interception he threw at
Well,
the
that
end of
was
the game.
that was the other than
Yeah,
that Mrs. Lincoln moment.
I got
But
Hopkins 9.
I
Who
got
do you guys
Amari
got?
Cooper. I think Amari Cooper's
Amari
playing.
Cooper
He's in
9.
practice
Joe
today.
Flacco.
Joe Flacco 9. Oh, you said Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're a 4-way tie. Who you
Break
got,
that.
Mike?
Flacco, Moore, Hopkins,
Cooper.
and
Amari
Cooper.
Yeah.
I think based on the fact I know Hopkins is going to play, I'm going with Hopkins. Even though he missed the extra point against Los Angeles.
Wow.
He's been one of the Browns' best players all season. I think he's going to be another impact guy.
Who
on
said
Sunday. So
Hopkins
go
on
Dustin
our
Hopkins.
Me.
panel? The man who said he would never draft a kid.
I still wouldn't.
You just did.
Not the NFL
He got
draft,
you
I
there.
didn't.
Jay
I would
was-
draft him
he got
in
you
the
there.
top 10 draft.
You just drafted him number 9 overall.
Hey,
That's a
Okay,
first
so
round
who's
pick.
10 then?
10.
I'm going with Flacco. Those are my guns.
I got Joe Flacco.
I'm going Cooper.
Cooper.
The reason I got Joe Flacco is this week he comes out, he plays better than he was. He's more efficient. He doesn't throw an interception.
Now, hang on a minute. You had Elijah Moore. Mm-hmm. Knee jerk? Elijah Moore ain't on the board yet.
Well,
How
he
you
didn't
flipping
get
the
picked,
tail?
so he's out for him.
Listen, you didn't get it done.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, I brought my bill to the House of Representatives. They struck it down.
So I'm not going to rewrite it. I'm not going to send it back.
My
It got
constituents.
kicked back to me, so I'm off that train.
But you look at my
G.
voting record. My voting record says.
G. Amari Cooper again. Amari Cooper, a better wide receiver than Joe Flacco as a quarterback.
Well, right now that's in the hands of McNuggets.
It is.
I'm going to do a 3-way vote here.
Okay.
Earl, Flacco, or Amari Cooper on Sunday in the draft? We're the tiebreaker. Who are you going to take? 2 for Cooper.
Okay.
So Cooper it is.
Wait, what's yours?
I actually would have went Flacco, but these two went Cooper.
I went with
So
Flacco.
No, there's 3 of them back there.
There's
So
three.
Ant
You know what
says
the
Cooper.
Oh,
I'll
here's
take
the thing.
Cooper as
Here's
well.
the thing. Without Joe Flacco,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
you're taking Cooper?
Me?
Like, yeah.
I took Flacco.
I know, no, but you guys
draft-
collectively are saying it's
And
Cooper.
listen, Flacco's a
So
better
if
receiver.
Flacco
than-
isn't there-
Flacco's a better.
Jay, the
I don't like
draft
that
is
combo.
supposed to be who are the best players.
No, that's not
Yes,
it.
that is 100% it.
Mikey
is.
started this by saying, who's going to be the best player Sunday? That's how you
Yes,
set it up.
and that's why because
exactly
I'm not
how he set it up.
100%
Mike,
Sure,
you always say it's the 10 best players.
No.
we don't know Cooper's playing.
He
That's my
changed
holdup.
it this week because
That's
there
my
are
holdup.
so many question marks on the players.
Who are the 10 best players this week? That's how you've been
But you
describing
can't
it every
guarantee
week.
Cooper's
No,
playing.
what
That's
he
why I
actually
went with
said,
Flacco.
Bull, before we started was who are going to have the 10 biggest impacts on
Well, that's not
Sunday.
what he said
Anthony
every
and
week.
Earl
Is what
wanna-
I'm saying.
No, that's not the assignment. It was the 10 best. But Anthony and Earl want to chime in here. So
Yes.
I understand that we don't know if he's going to play, but he's got almost 1,000 yards with 4 quarterbacks. He's a better receiver than Joe Flacco.
That's
Right.
it. That's
Thank
the
you.
exercise.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're absolutely right. But
Right.
what the last thing you said before we started picking was
Mike
who's
screwed
going to
up.
have the 10 biggest impacts on Sunday.
Mike screwed up. You screwed up, Mike. I'm blaming
listen,
you.
I just don't know Cooper's going to play.
And
There's
because of
chances,
that,
so I'd rather put my vote for a guy I know is going to play
Well,
than a guy who's not.
no one knows he's going to play. I mean, they haven't. He's just practicing, right? That's it.
But we don't know Joe Flacco's going to
Friday-
play either for sure.
Friday's typically the day. If you're back at practice Friday, you're usually good to go for Sunday. Again, with it being a concussion, I don't know that we've really had clarity.
Yeah,
that-
because you can be back at practice but still be in protocol.
correct. We
So-
saw that with DTR.
I mean-
so it's a risk, but I still think
Yeah,
I think he's going to play.
The
in that.
drops with Amari Cooper don't concern y'all. He's been dropping the ball a lot.
I think the
There's plenty to be concerned about when it comes to Joe Flacco. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the bottom line for me is Amari Cooper's a better wide receiver than Flacco as a quarterback. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I've been doing this every week for me.
Yeah.
I thought that was the assignment. Apparently, Mike changed that this week.
No. It's just
Yeah, he changed it.
if Cooper was 100% playing, it's not a question.
You're right, and
But
that has to
because
be
I
taken into
can't
account.
I can't put with 100%
Again.
certainty that Cooper's going to be on
right,
the field.
like
All right,
Trevor
fair.
Lawrence,
That's the only
availability
reason.
is the biggest part of ability.
Cooper is a better player than Joe Flacco.
Oh, without
100%.
question. That's,
but the
of
only
course, nobody's
reason
going to argue against
No,
that.
no, I know, but that's why I think you guys and we got overruled. I'm on Team J&G here. We got overruled because
Yeah.
Cooper's a better player. I just don't know
Look,
for sure he's
here's
playing.
the beauty of it. On Monday, among the
We'll
things
find
that
out.
we can talk about is which players had the 10 biggest impacts on the game.
We actually
We're
should.
gonna find out.
I'm
That's
sure
a good
it's
idea.
very
We should
rarely the
revisit
10
draft.
players we pick. on a
Probably
weekly
very
basis.
rarely.
That'll actually be a good. I'll add that to the list.
Yeah.
That'll be
Yeah,
a fun
add that
little
to the list.
recap
We can
on-
go back
on
and
Monday.
revisit it.
Yeah.
And I'm going
Yeah.
to be stunned if Joe Flacco isn't in the top 10. That's just my opinion.
If he plays
But-
well, he will be. If he plays
And
poorly,
again,
he definitely
my
won't.
thinking on Cooper was that he wasn't going to go. Heck, when I sat down here before the show, I thought there was a very little chance he would
I didn't
play.
think he was going to
That's
go either.
changed
I didn't. But
since you said
once
he's going to practice
He said he
today.
practiced
He's in
today.
practice.
I assume he's going to play.
Is he a full participant?
Don't know that yet. I don't
Yeah.
think.
There's
We'll
been
probably
no-
know that in the
Because if
next
he's a
half
full
hour.
participant, then he's on my list.
There's
He's
been
gonna